Oh, shitty deal. Yeah, we didn't think that far in advance. Yeah, I don't even know that we would have a way to plug it in. By the way, we're recording.
We're muted, bitch, so fuck off.
I got you. Is that better?
You cannot be trusted with that.
I didn't ask for any of this.
Yes, you did.
I believe the word you're looking for is this is dfwai.
Listener discretion is advised. Listener discretion is advised.
You are now free to clog your ear holes. Clog your ear holes.
Boy, oh boy, do we have a fucking hostile one for you today. Shit's about to get fucking cray-cray. Why is this? We got to do your intro. Hey, can you not let it fall? Wow, that motherfucker today. Just sit there and stare at it. Let everybody else do the work. Why aren't you doing anything? I swear to Jesus. Oh, are you all muted? There you go. I got you. That's why he wasn't talking.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I swear to Jesus, I'm going to bitch slap every motherfucker in this room, starting with Scott.
You already bitch slapped me, though.
I know.
He did.
I'm
And
going to
he
start
went,
with you again. This is DFWAI. Across from me is bitch number 1. To my left, queen bitch number 2. Sweet Pea over here. Bitch McPicturson. Ghost, who's always a bitch, will always be a bitch, and is the bitch. And then we brought the Power Bitch Bottom 9000. Scoots.
I thought it was Power Bottom 3000.
We've upgraded you.
Yeah, we've upgraded you.
Ooh, I get an upgrade.
Yeah, you get a vibrator
You're
built
even
in now.
more of a power bottom.
This feels wrong with the lights on.
Yep. Nope.
Sounded like my wife on our honeymoon.
Down. Nope, other way. There you go.
Hey,
Now
Found
we are
it.
in the dark.
I gotta open the fucking window.
I'm
Even though I
comfortable
can't
right
get
now.
to the motherfucker.
I can't reach
It
it.
doesn't move.
Whose fault is that?
Well, you had one and you threw it on the floor. That's not because I'm a bitch. Yep. It's because I wanted to deliver it to you, and instead, you were a dick about it. God
What are
damn.
you looking for?
The Big Newton that was on the floor.
His will to live. Scooter ate it.
No, it's broken.
It doesn't move because the post is bent.
Talk to me like I'm a fucking idiot. I know how these work.
He's a professional.
How'd you like that TikTok?
Mediocre at best.
Hey, I've been posting a lot on there, so
I know. I'm proud of you for that.
fuck you.
So I guess because he's pissy and this is Scott, this microphone's not getting used.
I'll use it.
That was not permission for you to touch it, motherfucker. Scott's like, why did I come? I hate myself for even thinking this was a good idea.
He is the power bottom 5000.
Did anybody bring the headphones I had mentioned bringing?
I brought my AirPods.
Okay. All right. Scott brought something. You got your AirPods?
I didn't know you mentioned bringing any.
If only you checked the chats.
Yeah, I don't do that. Too many notifications on it.
You are a motherfucker. Just shut up.
If only you posted it in something that was, I don't know, titled podcast dealings, not strictly topics.
I put it in both over the last week.
You're not on Facebook.
You don't have a Facebook? No?
I think we've discussed that like 5 times.
Oh, well. You don't have a Facebook? There, number 6.
You don't have a Facebook?
Shut up, Scott.
Baby, you got to be organic about it.
Did you dye your hair, by the way? I thought it was like a more of a blondish.
It used
like
to be
dirty-
rainbow, but he went back in the closet.
It was
like solid
blondish and
brown,
dirty
and
'cause
I
it
thought
didn't
it
wash
looked more like a dirty Q-tip at one point. But
I was just
It
fluffing
did. In the summertime, it gets lighter because it gets a lot of sun.
sure,
Okay. Why is there stuff on my microphone? Okay.
Sorry about
All
that. I
right.
got excited.
It's been a hell of a week here. Boy, where do I start? Where do we start?
I got a question.
Use the fucking microphone.
Every time you move it, you can hear it.
Yeah.
Uh,
So I guess you two should just sit cheek to cheek.
What are the headphones for?
You'll get there.
Mine are in our room.
We'll get there. We'll get to the
I
headphones.
don't know either.
We'll get to the headphones.
You didn't tell us.
I didn't realize that it was a request for us to do that. I thought he was just putting a snippet of something in the topics to remind him about
No.
doing something.
Ah, that's what I thought too.
No.
Because I never saw it in podcast dealings. I only saw it in Strictly Topics today.
Okay. Well, that sucks.
Does it involve hooking my headphones to something?
I'm gonna guess it's a
Your
game.
phone.
We're probably gonna have to lips read bullshit.
Oh my God. It's almost like I put in here earmuffs game. Bring something to the episode that completely isolates your hearing.
Ain't nobody got that.
I don't know what to tell you.
I got it.
Oh, thanks, Scott. Yeah.
I mean, I
fuck?
don't have anything that'll completely isolate
See?
my hearing.
He'll suck my dick.
I'm not. So I don't know why you're looking at me.
I'm just over in general.
I don't
I
have-
literally did suck your dick yesterday and did not bring AirPods.
See, you've got an out. You literally sucked my dick. This motherfucker's just a motherfucker.
I don't have anything that'll completely block out my hearing.
Yeah, I still can't. I can't hear you. It keeps cutting it out.
I don't have anything that'll completely block out my hearing.
That will do fine.
Yeah.
Turn it up to 11.
I mean, he is sandwiched between Scooter and Sweet Pea. They could just put their dicks in his ears.
No,
On your face
no,
and your nose.
no.
Up your ass.
Why
No.
is any of that going to block out his hearing? At least mine was relevant.
He'll be so
Because if
focused
he's-
on that, he won't know what you're saying.
No, I was gonna say because he'll be screaming. He can't hear anything.
Okay.
Negative.
Before we get too terribly started, does anybody have any amazing news? Anything they'd like to share with our amazing listeners?
I'm having a baby.
Oh,
You
now
are?
you can put that on here?
Yeah.
Why is that? Why did you wait so long?
Hey,
How
news
did
reveal.
you
I
get
wanted to
pregnant?
be able to tell people. It was my business, but other people already broke that for me.
It's black, right?
you're pregnant.
The baby?
I am pregnant. No, the baby's not black. It's
Wow.
It's-
what was that?
Translucent.
Yeah.
Okay. Weird.
Well, currently.
Okay, so you're having a baby.
Yeah.
That's great news.
Who's the father?
Right.
Not you.
Oh. We'll let fucking Maury decide on that one.
Mary.
Is it Murray?
Yes.
You sure about that?
Mary.
Maury?
Either way, we were both wrong. Murray. Mari.
Mari?
M-R-E.
Who the fuck names their kid Mari?
That was his last name.
Yeah. Who the hell? Who named people their last names?
Who names a person Van?
Hang on. Who named the last names? If it's
Well-
a family name, who did that?
Maury
Whenever
is
they came to
actually his
America,
first
you get to
name.
pick
It's
your
Maury
name.
Povich.
It was Jeebus?
Oh, you're right. Initially, last names were like what you did, like Baker or Kitchens or Miller.
So,
And
so
then
when
it
did last
became-
names become a thing?
So
So-
they weren't last names; they were
Surnames.
family names.
Shelton.
I mean,
You carried a ton of shells.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
One of my best friends through high school,
So
I've
strong.
always known him by his last name,
Which was?
Parker.
It's really good at parking.
His ass on dicks
That is your best friend.
and pianos
Better
on
than
his
you.
toes.
Yeah.
Wait, so
You got 9 more
my
times,
last
Parker.
name is Layton, so do I get laid a ton?
Yeah, by dudes.
Yeah, by parking your
Power bottom.
ass
Remember.
on people's dicks.
Okay, I walked into that one.
Yeah, shitty deal, bro.
Boy, you sat straight down on that one.
There may have even been some spinning.
We got some WD-40 for this bitch.
Did you just say
Could you not
Debiti?
do that?
Hang on.
I was proving a point.
Did you
Didn't need to
did you
prove it.
say Debiti?
WD-40.
But it didn't sound like WD-40. It sounded like Debiti.
Sorry about your ears, I guess.
Can you go ahead and flip that little spinny knob there, buddy? Just one click.
No, it's gold.
There we
All right, now shut it back off.
go. Don't.
Yeah.
Don't.
That's how you turn the Power Bottom 9000 on.
All right. Well,
Hey, since we just talked about having a baby,
yeah.
can we talk about supple nipples?
Yeah.
Oh.
Would you like to?
No.
Okay.
Okay, I guess I will.
Wait, are we talking about his nipples? Supple nipples?
Just chill.
Subtle nipples.
We were
They're subtle.
Ghost and I were working our asses off in the gym.
So this is about that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I was beating him off. He was beating me off, getting our swell on, and
Swole.
getting our swell on.
Swell. Swole.
Yeah, both of their assholes were all swollen.
on?
Yeah, we're getting swelled.
Swollen?
I would ask what muscle, but I'm scared for
My
the
dick.
answer. Okay.
Our
And
dicks.
his
Thank
sphincter.
you. Anyways, so I'm sitting there. I had ended up getting topless because how else are you going to do this, right? It's hot. I'm doing a lot of moving around. And as I'm getting
It gave him
into
hair to hold on to.
military press position, okay, I get, you got weird looking nipples. Excuse me? Your nipples look weird. What part of my nipples look weird?
They always look like they have goosebumps.
Around the outside?
Around the outside.
And it's hard. Like his nipples always like, hey guys, and then he's got like little goosebumps all the way around it, and it's not just on his areola part. It's around the areola part too.
What?
So it's like,
Why would you do it that way?
Hang on. Yeah, why did you go from the ah?
the light just
was
came
turned
on.
on.
I mean, it's right around the outside of the areola. It's not like it's halfway up my
I
tit.
didn't say it was halfway up your tit. I just
Hang
said
on,
like
why
it's
did you
not.
pull your neck down to look at your nipple? Why
Oh,
did you
sorry. Here, let me do this.
That makes more sense.
That makes more sense.
We're not
The
looking at
fuck?
your belly.
We've all seen you topless.
I don't
It's
give
not
a
like you're
shit. I
hiding
didn't want to
anything.
let loose the fucking cannonball.
That one snuggled with you on cold, cold nights.
No, he climbed inside of me.
Was he your camel?
Can we
It's
He was like my
tauntaun.
tauntaun on the
take a
planet
second
Hoth.
to talk about Alyssa screaming like a goat right then?
You turned on the
Did you
light.
used to have
Light
your nipples
scares
pierced?
her.
Like, why do you have PTH?
The fuck are you talking about? Permanent?
Permanent titty hard on.
Hang on. Do we need to talk about different types of nipples here?
Yeah.
Yes.
See, the comment in Strictly Topics was me educating. So he was like, well, I've got all these bumps around my nipple. And I was like, yeah, those are normal. They're glands. They keep the areola of the
For your
nipple
milking.
supple.
Very, very
It
moist.
moisturizes the area.
So they don't
So I was
chafe.
like, you have nice supple nipples. And he's like,
I've got self-lubricating tits.
Is that why whenever I got frostbite on my nipple, it itched and hurt so bad?
It needed.
I did.
Do you not have bumpies?
No, not really.
Turn the light back on.
How did you get frostbite on your nipples?
Look very closely.
They're not bumpy like goosebumps.
I also have hairy nipples, bro.
That's the
So do
only
I,
place he
shave
has hair.
Actually, my nipple
You
itself
don't
isn't
have
hairy.
any hair.
But like,
Out of instinct, I almost lifted up my shirt.
Let's not do that.
Yeah, but we
Everybody's
have.
lifting their shirts. I was like, no.
Hang on. Go ahead.
No.
Here, I'll inspect.
I don't have a bra on. so
Alyssa
it'd
is
be
part
really
of the
easy.
FBI.
I am.
Speaking of which.
But anyways,
I did get
Wow.
frostbite.
do you have well, you got a whole bumpy body, so we're not going to go
I
to
know
that.
someone who had frostbite on their nipple.
upside down air can?
And that's exactly how he had his done too.
Yeah,
Yeah. Stupidity. He did it on
I was young
stupidity.
and dumb, and it was funny.
What was?
Until
for,
it
like,
itched and
The
burned.
fucking 2 years after the fact, that shit lasted.
Yeah.
Maybe whenever you did that, all the bumps just kind of broke off.
Oh.
Well, that would. What about my other nipple?
It migrated.
Yep.
It immigrated across the other side.
Anyways.
You still got weird nipples.
Okay.
So anyway, education on nipples. There are multiple different kinds of nipples. Like,
Innies, outies.
yep. And then like flat, which is why a lot of women have issues with breastfeeding because they either have flat or inverted nipples and it makes it difficult for a baby to latch on.
Suck harder, you little shit.
They were talking about inverted nipples on the Rizzuto show. I think it was Friday.
They're ripping us off, those motherfuckers. We just talked about those.
Scott Rizzuto was talking about how when he gets titty hard on, his nipple just pops out. But then when it's not hard anymore, it just goes back in.
It's retractable, like his dick.
So it's like a switchblade.
Is that what they said?
No, that's not what they said, but like that's what I'm envisioning.
I mean,
it's a switchblade nipple.
Just squeeze them and you cut glass and then let go and they pop back in. That's kind of cool.
Do you have any weapons on you, sir? Just my nipples.
Don't
My
take them.
supple nipples.
They're my only nipples. But yeah, okay. I don't care. So what? At least I don't have weird teeth.
Fuck you. I wasn't making fun of you. You cunt.
How's that not making fun of me?
Hang on.
I asked you a question.
Hey, shut your damn mouth.
Oh.
We have someone here to be a whipping boy, and we're going to start with this question. Why ain't we good enough to play Fortnite with anymore, Scott?
Yeah, brother.
I don't play. I don't care.
Yeah, brother.
Okay, listen.
Brother.
Listen.
Hang on. Let's focus on the WWE brother for a second. Why don't you ever play Fortnite, brother?
She's going to smash you into the table now.
Because I heard him saying bro, and I was like, brother.
Brother.
In my defense, every time you guys are on, I'm already squatted up. I play with like
You're
the
so
same...
full of shit,
Bullshit.
motherfucker.
Listen.
You're so full
I
of
see
shit.
Scott is playing with one or Scott is by himself.
No, I don't play solos. Like I play one.
Yeah,
solo
but
but
you
someone
ain't-
has to carry him.
I play one solo match a season.
But
That's just for the first match.
It
of the
wasn't
season.
Fortnite. You were playing Pocahontas Poketits on Fortnite.
Also, I play with the same group of 3 guys.
Yeah.
That's
Every
weird.
single night.
It's weird.
Yeah.
He used to play with the
used to
same
play
group
with the
of
same
3
group
people
of 3 people.
or 4 people.
Okay, I will start playing with you guys more, but I need to know when you guys are on.
No,
'cause
bullshit.
I get on like clockwork at 7 p.m. every night. and I
Now
get
let's
off
talk
at
about why
9:30.
you really don't play.
every night.
Yes.
God, dude, you are a power bottom.
Let's talk about why you actually don't play with us anymore.
We all know
It's because
why.
I'm tired of carrying you guys.
No, it's,
Okay.
I believe it's because we're part of the master race and you haven't made the switch.
Oh, okay, listen. Fuck PC players. I hate being in lobbies with PC players. I should be able to turn it off to where I play with console players only, to where it's not just my console. Because PC players have a fair or an unfair and clear-cut advantage when it comes to console players.
Bitch, I still suck, and I
You
have
guys-
a $12,000
You guys can
computer.
aim
Get the
with
fuck out of
your
here.
entire arm. I have my little thumb on a joystick to
Hey.
aim
You
with.
also have
Hey.
aim
Hang on a
assist.
minute.
Hey.
Hang on a minute. I am
I
not
keep aim
doing
assist
this
off.
shit. I'm doing subtle little wrist movements.
And that's why you suck.
And they have compared, Callie, they have compared console aim assist to mouse and keyboard, and it is not even close.
Well, maybe
Mouse
you
and
should just
keyboard
plug
wins
in a mouse
every
and
single
keyboard
time.
to your Xbox. How about that?
I'm not that sweaty.
This motherfucker, he's like,
She got me.
shit.
And I don't play on Xbox because I'm not a pleb.
Well.
I play on PlayStation 5.
Because
Maybe
you're
that's the reason you suck.
noob.
They also receive.
Wait, can you
Mouse
do
and
mouse and keyboard on PS5?
Yeah.
Yes, you can. I did it on the PS4 for a little bit and just couldn't get used to the keybinds and all.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, so we've got an advantage with the mouse, but when it comes to key bindings, that's where it's not an advantage anymore.
You know what?
Well, it is an
It's not
advantage when you know how to
advantage.
do it, especially in
So
builds.
learn.
It's not an advantage because, like, I've played on mouse and keyboard for years, and while, yeah, I still suck, it's a learning curve. You just don't want to take the time to learn.
That is correct.
Because he's a bitch.
Dude, I learned how to do it, and if I can do it, anybody can fucking do it.
Yeah, and the only thing this guy's ever played with is a
cells in the
joystick,
whole state.
known as a penis.
Hey, we got the computer fixed last night for the most part. He has a story to tell you.
Oh,
You're fired
okay.
from being my computer saver guy.
Thank God.
Yep. You sucked anyways. Call this man one time.
9:30 at night, I'm already in bed.
When
Because
you're
he's
normally
pop
not.
now.
Yeah. Because
Oh,
you're
no.
normally-
Last, like, probably 2-3 weeks, I can't even talk to him while I'm at work because he's already asleep and he doesn't love me
I got a
anymore.
bedtime now.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Well,
I'm with Van on this
Miguel
one. I
does
go to
not.
bed at 9:30, like 9:30, 10 o'clock every night, and I do
So
not
do
like
I.
being bothered because I have to wake up early as shit for work.
So I have somebody else to fix my computer. His name is Miguel. And he
Okay.
did it all from an unknown location.
Is Miguel your little cabana boy?
Hang on a minute. So now not only are you cheating on him with your computers, but you're also cheating on your Mexican?
Yeah.
Wow, man. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, man.
So what was wrong with it?
I don't know what he did.
Installed 5 viruses. But
He
remove
installed
the
a
porn.
Trojan backdoor.
This was the wildest shit I have ever seen. This guy, whoever he is, so we like.
Please
screen
tell me
shared-
this was like a customer service call.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Microsoft.
Okay.
And he like took over the computer and just started doing shit on.
Did
his
you
computer.
call them or did they call you
We
first?
called them. Well, we got onto the chat. So whenever he got onto it, when it was just a chat thing, and he was like, "All right, we're gonna screen share," and I was like, "Oh, so he just wants to look and he'll tell you how to go through everything."
Yeah, don't click on folder that says this isn't porn. That's
Right.
not porn.
Right. So now
They're
apparently they
lying,
can
it's
take
horse
over your
porn.
computer and just start doing shit on it for you.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing that they could do now.
Yeah.
It's been a thing for a little while.
I mean, they
actually.
did that on the exercise bike.
They didn't take over control on it.
when
They
I
have
was
done
in
that on
college,
our
like
TV.
10 years ago.
Like
that was
this
a thing.
person was controlling his mouse
Yeah.
from wherever. But anyways, that just blew my mind. He's going through all this shit, finding shit I didn't even know fucking existed on a computer.
Yeah.
And then anyways, here you go.
I got where I was going with that.
Played a whole round of Fortnite.
Yeah.
He's like, let's see your Fortnite skills, bro.
I asked him. I was like, hey, bro, you trying to play around a Fortnite?
No, play it through my computer. I want to see how good you are.
The shit actually blew my mind, though, because he was going through and clicking. You could tell he had been doing this for way too fucking long.
And that Windows is shit because he knows what he's doing because he's done it 100 times.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah.
But dude had it figured out. We just sitting back, and he'd message me every now and again. It's like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Then he'd start doing some crazy shit. Then I draw him a little heart with my mouse. I was taking shit from him.
Were you really?
Yeah.
He probably
like,
hates
this one-
people like you. He's like,
No,
I just
I
want to
told
do
him,
my
I was
goddamn job.
I straight told him, I was like, dude, I'm new to PC. Oh, honestly, I'm new to PC, but this is wicked cool. And he said, you are very entertaining.
Speaking of Windows,
So, Migs, if you're
Hang
out
on.
there, thanks, bro.
Hang on. So you said mostly fixed.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, we got the updates and everything because it was failing the updates on it, and so it was making his computer very, very slow.
You mean like this update that I'm also failing and she's failing on?
Probably.
Yeah, but that's one update.
7000607 something whatever. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, bro,
Yeah. Call Migs.
I ain't calling someone to. They need to fix the goddamn update. It's the problem with that update.
Well, it's he went through a couple files on the computer and like closed them out. So that was the issue, I guess. Like some things aren't closing that out whenever you go to update it, so you have to manually close out these files, whatever they are.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that shouldn't be that way for a customer.
I'm just saying.
So he has done that 100 different times just that day then because this is an international issue
Yeah,
with
it's an
this
ongoing problem. It's
Hey.
a-
Yeah, he can fix it.
Well, I'll wait until they send an actual fucking patch that does what it's supposed to do.
I feel like, and this is the conspiracy theorist in me because I was raised on conspiracy theories. Microsoft just wants to get into your computer.
Possibly. However, but like after he got it fixed, like the only reason we had to like get that update fixed was his computer wouldn't let him open any applications without it taking 10 minutes to load. And after the update, he was able to play Fortnite and open Discord and everything was fixed.
I don't know. I think maybe he went in there and changed a couple other settings too.
Maybe.
Maybe got rid of that horse porn virus you were looking at.
I mean, we watched everything he did, so.
Now, what's this you want?
I just want to say something. I have a gaming laptop. Gross, I know. I traded a gun for it, so I didn't pay for it. And it
4
runs on
guns and a
Windows 10.
lawnmower?
It runs on Windows 10, and every single time I boot this motherfucker up, because I play Beam Drive a lot, it asks me to upgrade to Windows
you can
11,
figure
and
out
I
now some
always
people don't
click,
know
I
that.
do not want to upgrade. And they're like, oh, but it's free. I don't care. I don't want to upgrade. Why is Windows so fucking aggressive about this goddamn
I
update?
believe we actually covered that in an episode that you didn't listen to.
Uh-huh. Bitch.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
motherfucker.
I am a little behind on episodes.
Uh-huh.
I actually am in the process of getting caught back up.
Let me tell you what Windows is, what Apple's doing, what Android's doing, what they're all doing. they make more money off of breaking the law than they pay in penalties and fines. That forcing you to try to force you to upgrade, the fact that you can't delete Internet Explorer off of your fucking computer because they have it hard locked on there, that's illegal.
Yeah, that's
they
kinda
pay
bullshit.
yearly fines in the hundreds of millions of dollars, but they collect so much data from you by leaving that on there and sell it to third and fourth parties that they make tens of hundreds of millions of dollars doing that. So literally every year, this is a cost of doing business, the fine that they pay.
Yeah, it's just super. And like, I have to click, yes, I'm sure. No, I do not want Windows 11.
Yep.
Yes, I am sure. Like 6 fucking times.
Yep.
Yes.
Before it lets me boot my goddamn computer up.
And the way that they do it is they put, no, I don't want it in tiny little letters down in the bottom
Making it
left-hand
look like you
corner.
don't have a choice. Abso-fucking-lutely.
It's
And they
fucking
get fined
ridiculous.
for that shit constantly, but they make so much off of doing it that it's worth getting fined for.
Okay, so your professional PC opinion. Should I upgrade to Windows 11?
Abso-fucking-lutely not. They're already talking about a Windows 12.
Okay, so don't upgrade to Windows 11. 'Cause
Nope.
Windows 10 runs great.
See, I disagree. I think you should. You should just go ahead and do it. Go ahead and update. Do it. Do it.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Be a man.
Do it.
Why would why? Why?
Why what?
Why should he update to it?
Because why not?
God damn, that's the best fucking argument I've ever heard in my life. Let's all update to Windows 11.
No, just him.
Oh, okay. Jesus fucking Christ, y'all are killing me.
So
Yeah.
hang on a minute. You can figure out the key bindings on that. But
On
you
Beam
can't
Drive.
play Fortnite.
Okay, listen. I don't really have keybinds on Beam Drive because I plug my Xbox controller into my laptop and play Beam Drive with my Xbox controller.
Then why don't you do that with Fortnite?
I don't have an answer for that. But listen, okay. I'm fairly good at Fortnite. I carry like a 4.2 KD. I win about 1 out of every 6 matches. I feel like if I switch over to PC, my
the door,
stats
Callie.
are going to nosedive.
The hell?
For a moment.
Oh my God.
I'm cold.
You gotta get the dog out.
All right.
Brosif. That was
You
uncalled for.
blocked the dog from going in the first place.
Yeah.
God damn, it's just the repetitive shit. I'm tired of repeating myself. Every week, every day, every month, every year, every second.
What'd you say?
Can we just talk about how my anxiety has been on like 11 and my sensory overload has reflected that? And it couldn't possibly be because of your over-aggressive response to everything lately.
I am fucking in need of people to just pay attention to what they're doing for 2 days and I'll be fine.
You can't control other people.
I'm going to.
You can't.
I'm going to.
You can't.
Well, apparently the government can control us. I don't know if you guys watched this video or not, but here's some audio.
To retirement or anyone who's been promised in, but we go to people like my kids in their 20s when they're coming into the system and we say the rules have changed. We change retirement age to reflect life expectancy.
What's the right age there then, Ambassador?
We've got to figure out what it is, but what we do know is 65 is way too low.
You are not going to get millennials.
So,
Hold on.
She's
I bet her
running
kids
for
hate her.
president.
huh?
I bet her kids hate her.
I was asking her, huh? Not you.
She's running for president.
Yes.
She has less than a snowball's chance in hell at getting the nomination.
Yep.
Just so we're fully aware.
Is she Republican?
She's a rhino.
It doesn't fucking matter what she is now.
Because they did the primaries, so I didn't know she was out.
She is
already.
what's called a rhino, Republican in name only. She runs under the Republican ticket, but she has a lot of left-leaning politics.
Just stop
ideas.
with that shit. Just stop with that shit. There is no such thing as Republican or Democrat. That shit does not exist anymore. Quit even
The
bringing
only
them up.
reason
It does
I brought
to
it
an
up was to
extent.
see
It
if she
does
was still in
not.
the running. That's it.
It does not to any extent, Scott. It does not mean a goddamn thing.
There are politicians that have conservative ideals, and there are politicians that
No,
have
there
liberal.
are not. What happens is a lobbyist sits on the backside and says, argue this point, but make sure my shit goes through.
That is correct.
They don't pass a fucking law for you, bud.
No, they don't.
There's no such thing as a Republican or Democrat. There is, I will accept money from this corporation, or I will also accept money from this corporation.
That is correct.
Can we also talk about how she's not wrong?
She's not wrong about what?
Retirement age. So with Social Security, not retirement age, she's using the wrong terminology. What she's talking about is when you have access to your Social Security, which is generally everyone's retirement age. It is supposed to be based off of life expectancy, and it's a way outdated number because the life expectancy in the 50s or 60s when they initiated Social Security was much lower than it is
Okay,
now.
but it's also
So
not...
when they do Social Security and they are planning a percentage of the money that you put in for every month that you're alive after that, they are grossly underestimating how long you're going to be alive for. And that is not the reason why Social Security is upside down right now. I'll get to you. It does affect how much return on investment, so to speak, you have available in your Social Security.
I hear what you're saying. However, the life expectancy that they're reporting on is absolute bullshit because the people that are living that long did not work 3 fucking jobs 120 hours a week to survive.
I don't disagree with that.
By the time we get to 65 and 70, the life expectancy is going to drop back down. What did you need?
Just move the microphone.
Oh, my God.
There was 2 things. Oh, well, I kept my hand up that way I could be scheduled in.
Okay. Gotcha.
And
We have an app for that.
yeah, I don't use that.
I know.
I tell you can schedule it in.
No, fuck you.
Or we can wait till we get here.
Or your shit will get forgot. But go ahead.
Alyssa can schedule it in. I don't
No, Alyssa
expect-
cannot schedule it in, but
Well, he told me to tell you, so. I don't expect to live past 60 or 65.
Motherfucker, you didn't expect to live past 25.
I didn't even expect to make it to 25.
Exactly. Look where you're at.
Now I can just, I know I
A kid with one on the way.
I ain't gonna be living that long.
Either
I
way.
just want to say something is that Social Security is a fucking sham.
yes.
It's a scam. It's never fully funded, and Social Security should never not be funded.
It
That money
used to
should
be
never be touched by the fucking
funded,
government.
But then
And if you think about it, I started working at the age of 17 years old. I've held a job from 17 to I'm almost 31 now. I have paid in probably over $100,000 into Social Security at this point. By the time I'm 65, 67, whatever the fuck they raise the age to, by the time I retire, I'll have paid well over $1 million into Social Security. I will never see a fraction of that, nor will anybody else that pays into Social Security if Social Security lasts until our generation is in our 60s. Social Security is a fucking sham and they need to stop taking it out of our checks.
I'm not disagreeing with
I don't give a fuck about the older generation. I'm being completely honest. Our money that we are paying into Social Security is funding them. I don't give a fuck about them. I give a fuck about myself and my son's generation.
Yes. However, the way that Social Security was designed was that this generation pays for the last generation, the next generation pays for this generation, because that's how you keep money flowing in.
Now, do they invest those funds, quote unquote?
Poorly.
Yes.
So they're supposed to be gaining interest, going out to the banking systems, supplying loans to people that get paid back and interest is paid on that, money's earned. Meaning that your account that you're paying into should grow
Exponentially, yes.
over time. But what's happened, for those of you that are just trying to survive and don't know anything about retirement because you haven't had time to look into it, is the government goes, oh, we need $200 million. We'll just pull it out of Social Security. We'll give them an IOU. And they never put the money back.
Yes.
So that little bit of money that comes out of your check, they're just using it as more taxes.
Yeah.
More taxes, fund proxy wars with Russia and China and North Korea.
Yeah. But here's the thing that really fucking lights my firecracker. Can you stop getting butthurt because the government wants to give us money and not fucking corporations?
We talked about this last time.
I know. But it is insane to me the fits people throw because the government's offering to pay for schooling. The government's offering to pay for this. The government's offering to give people money. Do you realize how much money they're giving to corporations yearly?
Mm-hmm.
Giving to corporations. What the fuck is going on over here? Are you getting spank bank material for later?
Yes.
Anyways, stop bitching because you're getting a handout. It's not a fucking handout. You've already paid in that money. And if you don't take it, they're going to hand it away to a corporation. And they're going to use that money to pay government officials to lobby in more laws that fuck you over. Quit getting butthurt because you had to pay for college and they're offering to pay for ours.
Because we're not going to see that Social Security that we're paying.
I do want to say I agree to an extent, but at some point, the government handouts for corporations and people alike should stop because it just further drives the economy into a hole.
Well, in that case, then we should stop paying so much in fucking taxes. That way they don't need to give us money.
Do not get me started on taxes.
Oh, good Lord.
Do you want to know?
This is coming from the man who still hasn't got his car legal.
You're damn right I haven't got my car legal because I don't need a permission slip from the state to drive property that I fucking own.
Yeah, you do.
That's not the point right now. The point that I'm trying to make right now.
No, you need permission from the state to drive it on the roads that they maintain. Poorly.
We're talking about, I mean, I'm going to lose my train of thought here. But my tax rate, I filed my taxes already. I'm just waiting on the government to approve them on Monday. 29th.
Which then they'll shut it down. But go ahead.
Yeah, more than likely. My effective tax rate was 22.7% last year. That's almost a quarter of my income.
Well, does that include the taxes you paid when you bought stuff with that money you earned?
No. That does not include sales
I wonder if
tax and
anybody's
shit.
actually like calculated that.
I have. It equals out to about 40 to 50% of your income every year.
Well, God
you
damn
pay
it.
some form of fucking taxes.
Well, I don't want to be like them other countries that have government health care. They'll take out up to 50% of my taxes.
Government healthcare. I don't want to go into that. But what I'm saying is, I was doing my research on this on the way over here on the drive. There are roughly 200.
Wait, you were
Hang on a
you were
minute. Did you
Googling
just
and driving?
air
Yes, I was.
that you were using your phone? And
He was
driving
using
at the same
AI.
time? Arrest him.
Listen, no, the engine in that blew up on Friday. I'm driving my legal car. So
Is it legal though?
yes, I'm fully registered, plates in my name, plates registered to
Inspected?
that vehicle. Yes, and insured.
Does it have cooties?
Probably.
Okay.
But there are roughly 209 million Americans in the workforce. Roughly 63% of the population, 208 to 209 million Americans. What are they going to do if 209 million Americans just say, fuck you, I'm not paying taxes? They don't have the prison capacity to hold all of us. They're not going to arrest all of us. Stop paying taxes, motherfuckers. What are they going to do? Stop funding wars in the Ukraine?
Stop. You won't get to make that decision. Your employer pays your taxes, motherfucker.
You can literally go into your HR office and say, I want to fill out paperwork on my W-4. And then you can write in the W-4, there's a little box that says tax exempt. You can check mark that box, and then they stop pulling taxes out. And then when you file a tax return at the end of the year,
So then the
pay.
government goes, if you want to continue staying in business, if you have employees, cancel all tax exempt paperwork and start taking taxes out.
They can try that. Are they going to shut down the entire economy? Because that's what they would have to do.
Motherfucker, they're going to shut down the government here in a couple of months so nobody gets their tax returns so they can make a couple million more in interest on the money that they're supposed to give back to you. Yes, they'll do that. Are you kidding me?
They're not going to throw 209 million people in
Because the
prison.
corporations are the ones backing their asses anyway. They don't make money off of you and me. They take that money that we give them and they shit on it, and then they make their money. Like, you got to think about the person, not the position. The position is a paid position. The people don't get in that position to make their salary. They get into that position to make money on the side.
Also, they may not throw everybody in prison, but they can damn well shut down the economy. Look what they did whenever COVID happened. You weren't allowed to go anywhere. You weren't allowed to do anything. People quit working because of COVID.
Yes.
Shut down whole factories.
They did do that. However, unless they made up this entire elaborate scheme about another virus again, people chose to not do those things because there was the risk of death involved.
I would say your idea is halfway there, though. If you really want to stick it to the government and the corporations for what they're doing to us, just stop doing stuff.
I want to bring you some numbers that goes back to the Social Security discussion.
Okay.
Social Security was signed into law in 1935 by President Roosevelt, not the one in the wheelchair. Or sorry, the one in the wheelchair.
FDR.
Yes. It has always been accessible at greater than 65 years of age. 65 and older, you can pull out Social Security. In 1935, the average life expectancy for males was 59.9 years, and females was 63.9 years.
So if you made it past the average, then you got to win.
Yes. The average life expectancy, I did it in 2015 initially because of 2020's numbers. I didn't want it to skew it. Was 78.7.
So finally, people get to retire and spend 18 years of their life enjoying that, or 13 years of their life enjoying retirement. Oh, wait a minute. That means we have to start paying money out. We can't fund that.
Correct.
Bullshit.
Speaking of retirement, did you guys know that if you pull out, like you are successful enough in life to retire at a young age, like let's say 45, I'll throw that number out there. If I retire at the age of 45 and I withdraw my 401k at the age of 45, I pay a penalty on that.
Yep.
33%. I have to give the government 33% of the money that I put into my 401k as a penalty for being fucking successful.
Yeah.
Yes, because
Why? Why is that?
why would you
Because
pull
that's
it?
my money. Like where I work, I'm not going to name the company that I work at because I like keeping my job. I cannot withdraw from my 401k money that I earned by working my hourly wage and put into my own 401k. I cannot withdraw that unless I have a legitimate reason. You know, my house is getting foreclosed on, medical bills, death in the family. I can't, unless it's a hardship, I cannot withdraw my money. That is my money. I earned that. Legally speaking, that is my money.
Do
But I
you
can't
know
touch
what
it
that
without
penalty
paying
is?
a 33% penalty.
Do you know why you pay a penalty?
Because the government hates us all and wants to keep us
Well, they
When
love
does your
us.
401k money get removed from your check?
every single week.
It's pre-tax money. Take the money that you're putting into your 401k, pull it out throughout the year, put it in a Roth IRA. Then it's post-tax and you can do more with it.
I'm not allowed to do that. I'm not allowed to touch any money in my 401k
No.
unless it's a hardship.
No.
Stop
Stop
funding your 401k
401k
and put it into a Roth IRA.
Oh, I see. I
Because
see what you're
that's
saying.
post-tax. Because then either way, you're going to pay taxes on that 401k money whenever you are old enough and eligible for retirement. But I also have another side quest on this one. Either way, you're going to pay taxes on that when you go to pull it out. It's better, and this is why it's less attainable, to put your money into a Roth IRA at a younger age. So that way, when you retire, you don't pay taxes on that money. You've already paid the taxes on it.
Okay,
So
that
you don't
makes
even
a
pay
little bit of
taxes
sense.
on the interest that it accumulates throughout the years because it's already been paid. And when I looked at my retirement paperwork from SSM, where I've worked for a year and a half, there's like $5,000 in it right now. I put, I think $100 every paycheck or something like that into it is what it averages.
And then they like match a certain portion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how much it is.
So I'm already putting less than the $6,500 or $6,700 cap that they have on Roth IRAs into my retirement fund as it is. So I can either continue funding my 401k or I can stop putting money into my 401k and take that post-tax and put it into a Roth IRA, and I'd still be right on the same trajectory by doing that. In fact, I'd probably be on an even like greater slope because I would be putting more into my Roth IRA without having the benefit of the funds from my work. That's the better option if that's what you're concerned about.
So with that, like let's say, because I've done the math, I suck at math typically, but like when it comes to my money, I'm fucking like Rain Man with that shit.
Name a millennial who isn't.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
wait.
did the math. If I stay where I'm working I started there when I was 29. If I stay there till 67, retirement age, I will have put about $400,000, $450,000 roughly in my 401k. So when I go to withdraw that, do
You
I
just
still pay?
slammed it in there, called it a bitch.
Are they going to at least spit on it or?
I mean, if you're old enough for retirement age, yes.
I'm still going to pay a portion of
You
taxes.
will still pay taxes on it because
But just
you did
not the
not pay
33%.
taxes. Correct. You'll
Okay.
pay whatever income taxes for your tax bracket are at the time.
Ah.
But the first couple of years that you're drawing from it will be you're going to want an accountant because it's going to be a pain in the ass. My parents learned that when my father retired. Now, why can't you touch that money if you're so successful and want to retire at 45? Because 45 is not considered retiring. We all call it retiring at 45, but it's not retiring. If you have other means of income, that's passive income that allows you to be able to not physically work in the time, like right at this moment when you turn 45, you have other means of income. invest your money in a more wiser pattern, so that way you can have it in investments that are strictly for retirement age, and then investments that are strictly accessible whenever you want to pull them out.
And the housing market is not where you put it. The amount of people that come up to me and they're like, I think I'm going to buy a rental house. Don't. Stop. That's not how that works.
I mean, I will defend that point to an extent because I have several friends that own rental properties.
How many? How many rental properties?
Depends.
How many friends?
I've got one friend that
Don't lie to
owns
us.
like 10.
There you go. That's a good investment.
I've got another friend that owns like 5 or 6.
Okay.
And then I've got another friend that owns several rental properties, owns Airbnbs, owns other businesses.
Okay. There's the key point. Having multiple, yes. But if you just buy one, okay, you got to make the mortgage payment. Then you have to make sure it's up to code.
Rent is for.
Let me finish. You have to make the mortgage payment. Then you have to make sure it's up to code. And then you have to fix all the problems you would in it, just like if you owned your own home. And then when your renters move out, you have to make sure they didn't destroy the fucking place, costing you $10,000 in repairs before you can move somebody else in.
Correct. See, my goal, if I ever get into real estate, is to get into Section 8 and HUD housing. Because
That way you do all the repairs.
No. Well, yes.
That
but
way you don't have
the
to do
government
any
will
repairs.
pay me to do it. The government will pay me, and I know I'm getting my money. I don't have to worry about getting rent from.
Well, we'll
from
pull
some
taxes out of
tenant
that, but yeah.
because the government will pay me my rent. That's how government subsidized housing works.
But then you get into the issue of, and you are one of our best friends. You were supposed to be, a groomsman at our wedding.
But you stood us up.
Someone fucked us over.
I was out of
Thankfully,
state.
we had a very loving other friend who understood and stood in for you. Thanks, David.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was
My black friend, David.
If I
Wow.
still had the text
He's
messages,
not even surprised.
I would go back and show you how much I was literally begging my dispatchers to let me off the
But
road.
you can't go back and change the
And they fucking wouldn't.
situation.
Yeah, you only
Which
get
is-
married once,
Which
bud.
is like one of the big reasons that I am not over the road anymore.
I only get married once.
Anyway, I do know that you are like Rain Man with your money. And while you do have the benefit of having been a renter, at some point in time when you own these homes, you will also be a homeowner. And a lot of times those memories fade. And I know that there are a lot of people out there who are landlords who want to justify making people wait to repair their issues or not repairing an issue because they don't feel like it's an important enough issue for them to put money into repairing. However, they don't repair things. You have renters that live in your house that pay you every month to live in your house. And especially with Section 8 housing, it's a huge thing because landlords become slumlords and then they don't make any repairs.
That is fair.
So you really have to walk a very fine line there between being a landlord and being a human. And if I find out that you have bought all of these properties and you have turned into this piece of shit,
We'll tell you
will
about
get
it.
more than a razzing on the podcast.
You'll get-
I will break your skinny little ass in half.
Goddamn. Speaking of punishments,
Because I remember being pregnant in a not Section 8 house, attempting to pay the rent and discuss with the landlord and getting things fixed, or when we moved out, being responsible for fixing things that aren't even supposed to be on the list of things previous tenants are responsible for fixing. And it was a really shitty deal.
No, that's fair. Like, if I ever do own rental properties, I will upkeep them because I do know what it's like to rent from slumlords and shitty companies. I'm not going to name names, but one was in Raleigh and one happens to be in the town that we live in.
yeah. Well, we've been in a couple of those ourselves, but I want to get on the subject of punishments for a minute because she was going to break you in half, okay?
It won't. I imagine that would actually be very hard because he is the Power Bottom 9000.
So I have kids. Scott, you have kids.
A kid, yes.
Ghost has a kid and a half. You two don't have any
Callie
kids.
has a
Thank
kid.
God.
I do have a kid. It's right here.
Okay, so let me ask you. Let me ask you. Children are going to be children. Okay, doesn't matter how old your kid is. If they say they have a significant other, you go, "Oh, that's nice, dear."
Mhm.
You know, then when they're like, can we go hang out with them? Well, I need to meet the parents, right? I need to do that whole thing. Let me ask you how you would react, just before we get into too much detail here. Let's say that your 12-year-old daughter, who's had tons of body image issues to the point where she needed some mental help, she's messaging her boyfriend. And apparently, the mother's getting these messages because it's an iPhone and they didn't set something up properly. And the response was, I told you no girlfriends, plus she's fucking ugly anyway.
What the fuck?
Listen.
Nah.
I'll wait.
There's more.
Oh.
This is after.
Is this like a Billy
Can
Mays
I
commercial?
ask one
There's more?
question?
Go for it.
How did you find out about this?
Because she brought it to me.
She
Who did?
screenshot it.
She
and
screenshot
sent
it and
to
sent
us.
it to me.
Annabelle did.
So
Well, how did she get it if the mother
listen.
saw it? Okay.
She's messaging back and forth with her boyfriend. Her mother's getting these messages and can also message in that thread because her phone's attached to that phone number.
Right.
So her response to her son was, why are you doing this? -mom. To let him know this is your mother messaging you on this thread, knowing my daughter could see the she's ugly anyway comment.
Wow.
Okay. Find out about this. I take a little bit of time. I'm pissed. Okay. Next day, I'm like, go ahead and send her a message that I would like to set up a time to talk to her. Okay. So she does that. And she goes, why would I ever need to even do that? He doesn't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. And I just say, okay, that's fine. A little bit later, is your father's name this? Send yes. Please don't contact me anymore. Well, I don't have any. I
was going
reason.
to have a mature conversation with him, but you can't have a mature conversation with people who are thieves.
That's it. And I was like, what the fuck, thieves? So a little bit later, my daughter sends me this message in all caps. You are a felon? The fuck? No, I'm not a goddamn felon. What are you talking about?
I feel like
Get up
maybe
here.
that was sarcasm because
Yeah.
you did
Well,
work
no,
at
but
the
like
jail.
now I want to know what the fuck's going on. So I call her up here and she's like, well, apparently she told her son that she looked you up in a system and found out you're a felon. What do you mean looked me up in a system? Well, she's a police officer.
Oh,
Excuse the fuck
That's
out of me.
illegal.
Excuse the fuck out of
boy.
me.
Super illegal. Is she a police officer around here?
Yes.
Like
Oh, I just had a meeting with her chief.
this town?
Yeah, no.
Not this town.
I had a meeting with her chief on Friday. Very pleasant guy. Like him. Got offered a job.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That was offered to send me through the academy and sponsor it after our conversation.
What, am I
However,
allowed to ask what town?
no, not on here. I can tell you a little bit later.
Okay.
However, where the fuck do you get off?
Usually in the
So
shower.
it gets even better. So in order for me to find out where
It's the
this
only
chick
place
works,
Abby will let him. Easier cleanup.
I got her name, looked her up on Facebook, found a picture of her in uniform, sent it to a friend of mine who works at Crawford County Jail and said, can you tell me where this individual works at? I was told they work in so-and-so. And I was like, okay. They look at it and they're like, I don't think so. Let me check with a friend of ours. So they check with a friend of theirs and they come back, oh, yep, she works there. And I was like, really? And she sends me the screenshot from that conversation. And the individual is like, yep, they work here. And they're like, why? And she was like, well, because somebody was telling me that she was harassing a 12-year-old child. And they go, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Get a hold of the chief. Are you fucking serious?
So she's done this before.
Don't know.
Or she has the personality of someone who would do
But
it.
when I'm speaking to the chief, he's like, that's really freaking weird because the attitude she has here is selflessness, always going out of her way to help other people. And I'm like, this is a completely different person than what you're seeing here. Like, there is a part of me that wanted to beat this individual's ass. And I'm glad it took a couple of days and did this the right way. I messaged somebody we know in law enforcement, happens to be a chief of police in another town, and they're like, you should talk to this individual. And I went down that hole, and things are going to be taken care of how they should be. But like, dude, what the fuck? You're a grown-ass woman and in law enforcement, and you're calling my fucking daughter ugly. Are you shitting me?
Well, this is after she had several months ago called Annabelle on the phone. Oh, they were voice messages.
Sent her voice messages via text message.
Along those same lines. This was over the summer, wasn't it?
Does she not have those anymore, or were they on her tablet?
I don't know where they are, but voice messages expire after a certain amount
So
of time.
fucking stupid.
I do want to say one thing. I'm not going to get into my disdain for law enforcement, but you said it's going to be handled how it should be, and I do want to give them the benefit of the doubt.
No.
Normally, when police investigate other police, go figure, they don't find anything wrong. It's just a little smack.
Well, this
on the
is why
wrist.
I was offered, because we had to talk about communication. I'm not asking for her job to be taken. I'm not asking for the hammer to be brought. No. People can make fucking mistakes, dude.
Law enforcement should.
And we
not
don't
be
know
able
what's
to.
No, they should be able to. Are you shitting me? Law enforcement are cops, are people, dude. Law
To
enforcement
an extent,
are people.
I agree.
No, not
but
to
they
an
should
extent.
be held to a much, much higher standard than me as a blue collar worker.
Okay, great. As an upstanding individual that cares for others, I agree. However, they can still make fucking mistakes. Just like you driving an 18-wheeler, your toxic limit on the deal is a swig of mouthwash, and you're going to jail for driving under the influence. Okay? I don't disagree with you on that. And what she just displayed here was not indicative of a person who can make good decisions while under any kind of pressure, because I feel like there shouldn't have been much pressure in this situation. However, we don't know what's going on in this individual's personal life. This is her child. They weren't on duty when they made these decisions. Okay? My kids have free reign to cuss throughout this house, and there are times where we go back and forth, fuck you, fuck that, fuck this, fucking bullshit, and it's just discussions in our home. But if anybody outside of the home heard the back and forth, they'd be like, oh my God, somebody call CPS.
Just to reiterate, when I walked into my mom's house on Christmas Eve for our Christmas dinner, Annabelle did something and flipped me off, and my mom, Annabelle, you shouldn't do that to your mother. And I just turned around and flipped her back off. And my niece, who is 3 weeks older than Delilah, was just sitting on the chair, like clutching her pearls. Like, what the fuck am I witnessing right now?
Go ahead.
She was on duty whenever she sent those messages.
Yes, she was.
Oh, really?
She was. Well, I don't know if when she sent she was on duty when she sent them, but she was discussing in the text messages what she was doing at the time that she was receiving all of the text messages between.
Oh, I'm at work.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Well,
Either way, was it wrong? Yes. Do I think the town should rip her fucking head off and spit down her throat?
Yes.
No. I think that we need that side of the story. What's going on? Because there are also 12-year-olds involved here, and this 12-year-old can be a bit of a handful from what we've seen. Has made some comments towards our daughter that I've not been a huge fan of. But
They do seem to have rectified and matured a little bit.
But my 12-year-old,
time
when I
frame.
asked her about this, also was like, fuck that bitch. About the ugly comment. But then again, she turned around and cried a couple days later, but because she's afraid she won't ever be able to see her boyfriend or talk to him again. And this kid's terrified that if I go do something about this, then she's going to lose her job. And it's like, then she'll take it out on him. So there's just all kinds of shit going on here. But my honest question is, is like, out of all of you here, how would you have handled that situation?
I'd fight the mom and fuck the dad.
What's different from what you normally do in your daily life?
Because think about it. Everybody laughs if you fuck the mom. Everybody remembers if you fuck the dad.
That is what you're remembered for, dad fucking.
I don't know what I would do because I would.
But jokes aside, I would put hands on one of the parents. You don't make my 12-year-old child, my son is, that's unfortunate and makes a little bit of sense.
What?
Yeah, what did he say?
Yeah, they didn't hear that. You just
Father's
said.
not in the picture.
Father's not in the picture.
Makes sense. It tracks. But like my child is 7 years old. He's going to be 8 soon.
Literally what? My child. That's unfortunate. That makes sense.
He has faced some bullying in the past, and it kind of still goes on now. And we have reached reached out to the school. We've reached out to his after-school program. And they always just say, oh, we'll take care of it. But the bullying persists. And now I'm at the point where I had a conversation with the principal last year when a couple of the bullies held him down on the last day of school and then threw his shoes out of the bus window. And luckily, one of my friends happened to be behind the bus, saw the shoes, recognized them because they were the Crocs that he always wears over to their house, and stopped and got them. And I talked to the principal and I said, yo, this needs to be handled. It's like, because I'm at the point now where I have given my son permission to punch them in the mouth. And the principal's like, oh, well, we have a zero tolerance for violence. If you have zero tolerance, fucking handle it when these kids are pushing my son around, calling him names, telling him he's adopted, making him cry, slapping him around. Fucking handle it, or I'm going to handle it by telling my kid to fuck these kids up. And then I'm going to go fuck their parent up. It needs to come to a point where schools need to actually say that they have a zero tolerance for bullying and fucking mean it.
Before I go over there, bitch slap their mom and fuck their dad. Do you understand me?
Exactly. But no, like I literally mean it, that I will put hands on a parent for their child being shitty to my child.
Well, and that's something that I worked in the school prior to having kids, and I mean, we went to school.
My window's open. I just realized that the old people next door are going, I don't know what's going on over there, but I am not
you guys
getting
said
involved.
I'm like a chihuahua, and I am. I have a little bit of an anger issue, especially when it comes to those that I love.
It makes sense because you're so tiny. You have to have something to.
Yip, 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 yip,
But
But
I might be small, and I might get my ass beat by somebody, but I'm still proving a fucking point.
I'll still whip my dick out.
bumps and all. When I worked at the school and like we went to school, so knowing having like going forward with children attending school, like bullying was going to be a thing. And I made it very clear to all of the people I was friends with Facebook and we had kids that were the same age, that if any of them ever heard even a slight whisper of my child being involved in bullying another child, to message me about it because I would take care of it.
Oh, absolutely. I will not raise a bully.
Right.
But like, moral of the story is teach your children to not be little shit fucks. Seriously. Like, just, it's not that hard.
Well, and
Like, I can be an arrogant asshole, but I don't treat children poorly because it's not, children are innocent. Okay. That's all I have
they're
to say.
bigger than him.
What?
Ghost,
And
what
they're
would
bigger
you
than
do?
you.
They're bigger than me.
Nothing.
But no, just seriously, treat your children not to be shit fucks.
Well, yeah, Ghost, what would you do?
Punch my kid in the face, tell it to quit being a pussy.
Tell it to quit being a pussy.
Yeah.
No, I mean about the parent situation.
Punch his
my
kid in the face.
Stop being a pussy. I don't know. Probably handle it roughly the same way as him.
He'd probably call me and be like, what should I do?
Look, he can't do anything that isn't by the book in this situation because he has a face tattoo.
Yeah,
They automatically just assume he's a felon.
Yeah, we have a running joke that he's not allowed to be curious ever in any situation. The moment he looks curious, he looks like he's about to steal some
Maybe
shit.
they found.
running
Maybe she
joke,
found
it's
his records.
I don't
Maybe
have
he's a
anything.
felon.
The only thing I have is speeding
I'm
tickets.
just joking.
No, he has a clean record. And like,
Except for
it's
that
funny.
one time he went to jail.
Yeah.
Well, that was like 4 or 5 times. But like I said, they were speeding tickets and failure to appear.
The only thing that appears is a picture of your face tattoo. The face tattoo is the felon.
You see this face tattoo, run.
Towards them, tackle them, beat the fuck out of them, drag them into jail.
That's right.
We'll look them up later.
I think I wouldn't have sent my child to like request a meeting. I understand what you're
giving
Let
them
me
the
finish.
opportunity.
God damn. I know what you were doing. Everybody here knows what you were doing. But I wouldn't have done it that way. I would have been like, I need her number. I will call her immediately. And be like, look, you can either come have a civil
We don't have
conversation.
her number.
That's
You get
He's
it. is
saying
what he
that-
said.
get it. I would have got it. I would have been like,
Annabelle's boyfriend has her number. He
You-
could have passed
you
it
either
along.
come have a civil conversation, or I would have reached out to her some other way. You either come have a civil conversation. You can message people that you're not friends with on Facebook. You either come have a civil conversation with me, or I can take other actions.
Here's where the issue with that arises: is then it's a he said she said situation, and then
You
she
have
could say she could say, you said all these things you didn't say, threatened her and all this other shit.
Motherfucker, you have proof.
How do you
Record
have
your
proof?
conversation in
You either
person.
record the conversation or if you have messages.
That's great, but it doesn't matter. It's a who gets there and tattles first situation at that point. When you get into
the only thing you're saying is, can we please have a civil conversation about all this?
There's a reason why I involved authority right off the fucking bat, and that is for protection of this person's already going out of their way to say I have felonies, which is completely fucking false.
All you got to do is say, can we have a civil conversation about the things that are happening? And if they respond with some bullshit, you don't respond.
No. I'm not giving that opportunity at this point. The opportunity was given. My child said, this is my father. Would you like to? That is me giving them the option to make the decision to be a responsible adult. When they didn't take that,
You sent it through a 12-year-old.
that's fine. That was them being given the option to reach out to me knowing that they fucked up
Through
and
a
seeing
12-year-old.
if they can be a responsible adult. When the answer came back no, and with bullshit lies, I knew right then and there that by making contact myself, initiating any form of contact would only cause more problems.
Well,
You're not
that's
going to have
why-
a civil conversation.
Stop. You reach out personally. You don't send your 12-year-old. You don't send your 14-year-old. You don't send anybody else. You reach out personally.
I think he's saying initially.
I don't want to make initial
Bitch,
contact.
you asked how I would do
I
it.
know. And I'm trying to explain why I wouldn't do that.
Well,
why
I still
it's
think
different.
it's an ignorant way not to do it.
What do you think?
I mean, 6, 1/2 dozen the other. Either way, the response was going to be the same, whether he took Annabelle's phone and sent the message himself or requested her phone number from the boyfriend. Like, either way, the response was going to be the same.
Exactly.
Correct. But there is the point where I get... So the way this looks when I go to her uppers in this situation is, look, I gave her the option to be the responsible adult. This was her opportunity to go, I fucked up. This is ignorant of me. I shouldn't have done that. Let me be responsible. Let me make amends. Let me do what adults do and have a conversation. And she shit in that face, right?
But do you not see the issue with sending a child to do that?
No,
message
because
for
she's
you?
already had those conversations. She's already had the balls to message my daughter fucked up shit.
Okay.
I think what he's getting at is that provides her more opportunity to be a dick to the child.
And while that's fine,
Well, there's
that
also that, but there's also the fact that whenever you guys are the exclusion, whenever a child comes to you and says, hey, my mom would like to talk to you or my father would like to talk to you, can you call them? You take that for what the kid is saying.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of kids nowadays are like, hey, their parents want to talk to you, and then you're fucking blindsided by their parents calling you or some shit. That's literally what that is.
Yeah.
So my thought is, don't go through the 12-year-old. Do it yourself. Send a message.
And I'm saying that I wanted all the evidence I could as a character reference.
Would have got more evidence.
No, I wouldn't have.
She bitch talk shit to you
On the phone, I'm not going to sit there
I
and
said
record
or
a phone.
Facebook messaging.
yeah, or you could
You
have
can message
Okay,
people. on
great.
given
Facebook.
her.
I did it how I did it to let her know that now we are aware of the situation through my daughter and to give her the opportunity to make the right decision.
Ball
She
was in
chose
her court,
not
either
to.
way.
We put the ball in her court 100%. We are now aware that through my daughter that we have seen these messages, and then she layered more shit on top of it. This is all putting the ball in her court and seeing what she does with it. And what she did was stacked more bullshit against herself.
You don't think that she would have responded the same way to you saying, no,
I
I
don't-
don't really want to talk to a felon?
No, I don't.
No.
I don't. Like, what, how was she towards kids? That's what we're getting an answer to. She's law enforcement.
Uh-huh.
How was she towards children? Not very pleasant.
And the best part is the pictures that are on her Facebook of her in uniform are at a kid function.
Which kind of goes back to my point of an individual like that should not be in law enforcement. Personal opinion.
It's not my decision to make. However, it does reflect back onto the law enforcement agency, and that was made very
Absolutely.
clear, and they agreed with me on that. So we're handling it the professional way. If they don't want to sit and talk to me, that's fine. I can let them know that now their supervisors are aware of the way that they've been acting, and I have evidence. This is not me putting her on blast on here. I wanted to air out some shit that was fucked up that happened this week. That's why we're not giving a name or a police department. But at the same time, just make sure if you're going to fuck with somebody, you don't choose the wrong fucking one. That's where I'm going to leave that.
Hey, don't fuck with anybody.
Can you hand me Van's 3 pounds of nuts?
It's a lot of nuts.
And like our shoulders being broad and where we stand.
How short
with each
his
other.
legs are?
Yeah.
Yeah, and how short his legs are. And his back was pressed up against mine, and it literally grossed me out because his body heat is so high.
I mean,
He's
you've
very
been in a
nice in
cold
the winter.
vehicle with me.
I imagine, but it
Literally,
grossed
the
me
windows will just fog up next to the window I'm sitting by.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that? It's not normal.
One time we had to switch who was driving because he was fogging everything up so much he couldn't see out the window.
I believe
Just existing.
Oh God.
next time, just crack the fucking window.
You about to answer that?
No, because it was fucking
Oh,
cold.
who
We
the
were
fuck?
driving through
It's
like
my
Idaho.
mother.
Oh, put her on.
You're on air.
Hi, Mom.
Gay.
Hi.
It's
You're on
Billy in a
air,
wig.
Mom.
Okay.
She's like, I don't know what that means, but yeah.
Say hey to the peeps out there in the real world.
Hey, peeps in the real world.
Fuck yeah.
Does that mean she's in like
What
a
are y'all
fake
up to?
world?
We're recording a podcast.
He didn't want to tell her
okay.
that she's in a mental institution. He tries to keep it on the down low.
Oh.
Billy, I've told you several times there is no podcast.
This is an intervention.
Jesus.
Another one.
Another one.
What are you opening another one for?
Oh, another
All
one.
right, Ma. I'll holler at you in a little bit.
All right.
Love you.
We love you.
Love the
Goodbye.
peeps. Peace out.
All right, what was your topic?
So, I saw a video, and it really had me thinking.
I was wondering
would
what that
you?
smell was.
How would you explain to someone jumping, or how to jump, and then how the fuck is jumping even possible? I want her to answer last.
The fuck?
Explain to me how to jump.
Are you shitting me right now?
Yes.
Bend your knees.
Hold on. Explain it in a way that you're teaching somebody who doesn't know what jumping is.
Like, has
Okay.
never jumped or doesn't know how to
Not
jump.
scientifically, like you're teaching them to jump over the phone.
Okay.
Like, you're teaching your
You
toddler.
shut up. Nobody asked you.
You're teaching your toddler.
I'm standing on the edge of the roof, but I don't know what to do next.
I would
Bend
say
your
Step
knees and move upward in an explosive manner.
Okay. What does that mean?
Bend your knees.
Okay. Hang on. Let me just do this.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Okay.
All right. I bent my knees.
So bend your knees and then try to touch the sky very fast.
Okay. Now let me try because you're really special.
I'm doing what they're saying, by the way.
Okay.
So bend down.
Record this.
Bend down. We'll wait till the cameras come out. Okay. Bend at the knees. Try to touch your butt to the ground. Too far. A little bit further up. There you go. Straighten out your legs as fast as you can and reach for the sky. It said as fast as you can. That's not as fast as you can.
That's as fast as I can.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, because
I disagree.
now try to actually jump and you'll move faster.
I don't know if you want to post this video. There we go.
No,
knees hurt.
no. Now try to actually jump, and you'll see that you aren't going as fast as you
I don't
can.
know how to jump. How do I try to actually jump?
I'm talking about you. If you're not doing it right because you're not
understand.
actually moving as
I
fast as
am
you
trying
can.
to jump.
If
For
you
this video, can you edit a goat behind her, please? Just like laying on the ground going,
no, you're not.
I am.
You're not standing up as fast as you can.
I am.
Edit
You're
her
not.
into a
You were
Fortnite
telling me
scene
to
where someone
straighten-
has like been eliminated.
You're telling me to straighten my legs as fast as I can.
And try to reach up towards the sky.
I was.
If you were actually doing it, your body weight would force you into the air.
Uh-huh.
That would be jumping.
That's as fast as I can do it.
So now
Actually,
actually
I feel
jump,
like-
and
I
you'll see
feel
that
like-
you're not. See, you're not. See, your foot just came off the ground.
It's not, though.
I feel like if she did it from the initial position that you told her to, like extending her legs all the way because you told her to put her ass closer to the ground, she just like face planted.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Feet shoulder width apart. Bend your knees. Twerk. Now twerk.
You're halfway there.
Simultaneously.
This is how you find out who you can trust.
Stand straight up. Throw your hands to the sky as hard as you can, and then pick your feet up towards your chest. Bring your knees to your chest.
At the same time.
Jump!
That was a jump.
Hey!
You did it.
You totally would have come up off the ground if you'd have just extended your legs faster.
You do it then.
Are you shitting me
Without
right now?
bending your ankles, because you didn't tell me to bend my ankles.
You don't have to bend your ankles.
Okay, then do it.
I'm going to break my fucking neck on the fan.
You're gonna
Penny.
break your fucking. Stop kicking the damn dogs.
I didn't kick her.
Come over here.
I kicked at her. She just happened to be where my foot ended up.
If you want to see that video of me doing that, you have to be a patron member.
Describe to someone how
Wanna
to
see the
kick
one
a
with the girl? We'll
dog
put it on Pornhub.
who's never kicked a dog before. I mean, the first half.
There's nowhere over here to do this. Do not record this.
This
He's gotta
is gonna
go through the
end
floor.
so badly.
Don't put your hands up. He can't put his hands up where he's at.
Do it. No balls. Yeah, I can't really do that.
Just do this.
I don't even need to lift my hands into the air.
You moved your
You
ankles.
moved your ankles.
Yes, you did.
We could hear them,
Keep your-
motherfucker.
I'm looking at him.
That's literally my body weight picking
So-
us up. My toes are the last thing on the ground.
Who's underneath us in the basement?
We're directly in line with the door.
All right.
Oh, I thought the child was underneath us.
No. Anyway, why? You afraid to fall through the floor, you bitch?
No, I just feel like they're gonna be like, "What is going on upstairs?"
I'm surprised
We're
the dogs
wrestling.
aren't freaking out, though.
Yeah.
But to somebody that
Well, the
has
one
never
that freaks everybody
hang on.
out is in here.
Let me just make this point. To somebody that has never jumped or knows to like how to use their muscles to explosively move like that, would not understand what you're trying to tell them to do. They would react probably how I just reacted.
They would understand me.
Yeah, but like that's not normal jumping.
I mean, it's how they jump in video games.
Yeah, but like, normal jumping, you don't
That's how
lift
computers
your legs,
understand it.
your feet up to your ass. Like, you jump as high as you can, you keep your legs straight.
All right, now double jump.
What the fuck?
I mean,
you also seen
technically,
that
what
video?
you
What the
just
fuck
had
is a
her do
double
was
jump?
a double jump.
It's a double jump. You jump and then you jump again.
Kinda, yeah.
Could that be considered a double jump once
Not-
you're in the air, just lifting your feet up?
No, because you're not able to get any higher.
Yeah,
any
you could. If you threw your
not-
knees up high enough, it could potentially get you higher up in the
If you
air.
threw your knees up hard enough, you do a straight backflip.
And I feel like a double jump is
Explaining
like
to
going
someone how to jump, someone who's never jumped before, like doing that and figuring out how to do it, like get it to where the person understands, is really how people need to break shit down for those of us with ADHD sometimes. I don't know what I did, but it apparently pleased Sweet
It's
Pea.
just registered in my brain. Why the fuck would it matter if I have an accent if Vanner's trying to read my lips? The motherfucker can't hear my accent.
No,
The
but
way
the way
you
you
form
say
your
things,
words.
your lips move differently than how ours do.
Accent.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah. Your lips,
Your
move different.
Yeah,
Billy.
your lips move like they're from Georgia.
The way-
His move like they're from Arkansas.
Close, but not quite the same.
The words are formed using your tongue and your lips.
Especially words that are formed in the front of your mouth.
So if you say words differently than other people, then you're moving your tongue and your lips in a different manner
here's
for
one.
those words.
what are
Say
the
bullshit.
rubber things? What are the rubber
Bullshit.
things that you put on your car?
You have
Tires?
on yours.
Do it without a nut in your mouth.
It's
Now you
hard.
don't because your accent's gone.
See,
There you go.
yeah. See, when I say bullshit, it's just bullshit. Yours is bullshit.
Yours is bowl, like
Bowl.
like a bowl, like a bowl of soup.
A bowl of shit.
It's a whole bowl of shit.
But no, I mean that's interesting. But you could do that for anything. Like, how would you explain somebody to running?
It's an English assignment a lot of times in school on how to like properly write a story. They have them explain how to make a PB&J.
Oh, I
And they
remember those.
intentionally
PB&J?
do it exactly how they say and fuck it up every single time.
What are the things that you put on the rubber? What are the rubber things that you put on your car?
Condoms.
Tires.
What are the rubber things that you put on your car? They go on the bottom and they make your car move.
No, they don't.
Well, they go on the bottom and they give your car grip so it can move.
Tires.
What are the rubber things that you put on your car?
Tires.
What are the rubber things that you put on your car?
Tires.
Okay. For a very long time when I was in school, I didn't say tires. I have to think about saying tires. I said tars, which is an A sound, not an I sound. So my mouth moves differently when I say tires or tars.
You see it now?
I thought she was going to do one of those things like, was that, what do you put in your cereal? Okay. What do you put chocolate syrup in?
A glass.
Like, what do you put it in to mix?
Milk.
Okay. What comes in a white jug at the store?
Milk.
What do cows drink?
Water.
I thought you were doing one of those where people go, milk? And it's like, no, dummy, they drink fucking water.
Can you say the word crayon?
Oh, damn.
No, he's not a Marine.
My wife says crown.
And it's very obviously crayon.
I say
crayon.
It's crayon.
It's crayon.
It's crayon. There's a motherfucking
cranberry.
Y in there.
There's another A in caramel, and people say caramel.
Yeah, and they're still fucking wrong. You just proved my point.
Or people say pecan when it's pecan.
However, there is a Mount Carmel, Carmel, in the Bible.
Hold on, I got this. Porsche.
It's Portia, you motherfucker.
Portia.
How do y'all say salmon?
Salmon.
The right way.
Salmon.
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 No, negative. Salmon.
It's salmon.
It's definitely salmon.
It's Solomon.
Solomon?
That's also in the Bible.
How do y'all say Worcestershire sauce?
It's Worcestershire. Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Did you know that all you're saying is Worcester sauce?
Yeah.
Because Worcestershire and this English and the language it was made is Worcester sauce. So we're calling it Worcestershire sauce.
You're calling the Rio Grande River the really big river.
Yeah.
What's the hardest word to say in the world?
A really mean guy.
Hey Siri, what's the longest word in the English dictionary?
Supercalifragilistic. Fuck.
I'm never going to pull that word out with that in the background.
What did I ask her that one time?
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Hey Siri, what's the hardest word to say?
Riddle.
Thank you.
Well, I guess it was Alexa that I asked.
What was the answer you're looking for?
Worcestershire.
I have a question.
It's
for
Worcestershire?
everybody.
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire.
It's the other sauce you put in
Worcestershire.
It's Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Where is
Worcestershire.
it made? Where was it invented? That will make a difference.
Worcestershire. But I have a question for everybody while Alyssa looks this up. I recently watched a TV show called Upload. It's on Amazon Prime. And it basically, the premise of it is it's in the future, like I think it's 2033 or something like that. When you die, or before you die, you have the choice to upload your consciousness into your own personal heaven. So they like scan your consciousness, they upload it to a computer hard drive, and then they put it into this afterlife. Like they have
an episode
specific
of Black
ones.
Mirror?
No, it's a TV show called Upload. It's on Amazon
okay.
Prime. I highly recommend it. It's got Robbie Amell in it. Great show. He is Stephen
It's
Amell,
the
the
best
Green
show.
Arrow.
Oh,
It's
okay.
his cousin. But anyways,
Has the
so
greatest
basically, like I
storyline.
said, before you die, if you have a lot of money, you can go to like these wealthy afterlives. But if that was an opportunity, like granted, I mean, I believe in what I believe in, a higher power, heaven, hell, all that. Would you, if given the opportunity, having the money and the means to do so, would you upload your consciousness to a hard drive and then knowing that you're going to get an afterlife guaranteed where if you have like a specific faith or a deity that you believe in, that may not happen?
Hang on.
Why?
Would you
Choose now because your life is limited. You have 30 seconds to live. I just
Before
shit my
that
pants.
fart gets to you.
That was basically the premise of the first season. Was this dude was dying, and he had to like agree to do it, and they.
I saw a thing on this on TikTok.
stereo farts.
Hang on.
His was more
I
basic.
think I know what show you're talking about.
It's
Didn't he
called
end up
Upload.
not actually being that? Like he wasn't
Sick?
actually gonna die.
Yes.
Okay.
But that's
like
actually
The
later
Holiday.
on in the.
Or not
that's
The
Thanks
the
for
Holiday.
ruining the fucking
That's
show.
the second or third season that they reveal that.
That was a Queen Latifah movie.
I believe it was the second season that they
She
revealed
went-
It
that.
depends.
Blew
Am
all
I
of her money
being
because she thought she was dying and then she wasn't.
if I'm uploading
It was a
into
good movie.
just a server rack and I'll exist inside of a meaningless space where I think I saw a TikTok like you can talk to people, like they can go into these rooms and talk to you.
Yeah,
and-
like in the one that he goes to, it's called Lakeside, and it's like this retirement community, more or less, with like millions of other people there, but he can only see like 1,000 at a time due to server capacity. And basically, the whole premise of the show is like corporatism, because like you got to pay for everything in the afterlife, so you have to have an account set up,
Right.
and yada yada yada. But like,
I
if
think-
given the opportunity and the monetary means to do so, would you guarantee yourself an afterlife, knowing that there's a chance that your specific faith may not come to fruition?
The only reason I would even consider doing something like that is if there's the chance that I could be uploaded into a humanoid style, like robotic thing where I could also function out there in the real world as well.
That is a possibility in the show. If you have like a shit ton of money, you can also do what's called downloading, which they work on throughout the series, to where they clone your body from the genetic material that's left when you die, and then you can be downloaded. Your consciousness can be put back into a clone of your body, and it's like full on like human material. It's got DNA,
But then
but they don't have rights.
That also poses another question, which was in another show, is when
It's
they
a full ass human, but it doesn't get rights.
When
So
they-
it's a woman.
You're not allowed to.
when they
Yeah.
pull
Well, they have more rights than women, but
Oh.
when they pull your consciousness, the question is, are they actually pulling your consciousness and uploading it, or are they duplicating it, but you actually still die? So you're just seeing a copy of you.
yeah, it's a like when you get uploaded, they scan like your head disintegrates.
That's fine, but the question, like in the show, it's not questioned at all. But there's been other shows out there, and the question has been,
Are they actually doing it, or are they just telling you to get your money?
are they actually just cloning you? Because how would a clone of you know it was a clone?
That's true.
And you died anyway.
I was gonna say, with afterlife and the belief in a god, it's all about your soul, not
Yeah,
necessarily
like they bring that up,
consciousness.
like souls and whatnot in the show. But like, yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would, because like I said, I believe in a higher power. I believe in that there is a heaven, there is a hell.
Don't make another oops.
So like, I don't know if I would personally do it, but it's
What
neat.
is he doing?
He's trying to knife. He's cutting the marker off of my hand.
It's neat to think about, that if whatever my chosen higher power, if that doesn't come to fruition, that I could guarantee myself
But
an
that's
afterlife.
the thing. I don't know that you could guarantee that, because for all they know, they're just making a copy of you, but you still died.
Right. I mean, it could just be a copy of, but I mean,
And
I could be a clone right now, and I could possibly not know it.
Correct. And that's
no one
who
would
the
waste their
fuck
money
would
to clone you.
Wow.
I think he's actually like the 5th rendition. That's where all the bumps come from. Was a
Yeah.
genetic
Damn.
mutation? Oh,
Every time
Mutations.
a
Corruption
clone
of the
dies, I
program.
get more bumps.
Different
like
It's
size.
like a
Jet Li's
fairy
the
with
one.
their wings.
Jet Li's the one. Instead of getting stronger, he gets more bump.
Poor guy.
eventually, I will be ribbed for her pleasure.
So you're kind of on the fence about it.
No,
Van.
like I said, I think the concept's cool, but only the person who died would know if they died.
Yeah, are you
or
able to
if they were
basically-
carried
It's
on.
basically another faith-based.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
would be another faith-based situation
Yeah.
where, like, do you have
And
faith
then-
that you are being uploaded?
If you choose that, and then you are in fact not uploaded, does that mean that you no longer go to heaven? Because the whole point of heaven and hell is you're supposed to have faith that when you die, your soul ascends to heaven to worship God for the rest of eternity. So,
Wait, we're going there to worship him?
yes,
Oh, fuck that. I'm out.
right?
What do you think hell is? You're just worshiping Satan at that point.
No, the fuck you're not. You're getting punished for all the good deeds you did.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. But like I said, I don't know. I have a belief in a higher power. I just don't think our tiny human little shitty brains can understand something to that nature. I think it's extra dimensional.
I wouldn't do it because when I die, I want to die. Whenever I'm supposed to die, I want to die.
So does the whole thing of like Michael Jackson said, no fucking way, but Prince is, I guess, doing it where he's still on tour, but it's holograms of him and they're using AI to generate new
I thought
shows.
Prince said not to do that.
Was it Prince that
Michael
said no
Jackson
and Michael
totally did
Jackson
it.
said to do it?
Jackson
So
totally
how would you feel if they're like, hey, we can carry on your,
No, I'm good.
Why would you carry your dead?
I don't want it done.
And
Why?
people are making money off of
No,
you
I
at
just
that
don't
point.
want it done.
Can somebody fuck your dead corpse?
I mean, I don't care about that.
What the fuck? There's literally no difference.
There's a difference.
Somebody's profiting off the money you won't get to have?
They're just making profit. I mean, who's to fucking say they won't take the not necessarily good things that I've done in life and just put it out there? That's poisoning my name after I'm dead. Me, when I die, I want to die. I'll live on in your memories until then, and until like there's nobody else to remember me. Gone. That's fine. I don't want to be like some fucking hologram that they can pop up in 25 fucking years after, or not 25, 100 years after I'm fucking gone and I'm done and forgotten.
That's another thing.
And be like, oh, look at this guy.
That's another thing. Like what is it? The movie that they made about Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily agree with like them doing that with people that aren't still alive, because like anybody could say anything at that point about that person and put it into a movie for thousands to see, and then at that point,
I mean,
people
that's the
believe it.
point of art, though. There's tons of movies out there that misrepresent dead people all the fucking time.
I know, and I don't necessarily agree with it.
But it's art.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's slander.
It's abstract art.
It's slander.
It is slander.
Does it continue to
To
be
an
slander
extent.
after the person's dead and they can no longer like
Fend for
Only
themselves.
slander if their
well
livelihood
be
is harmed.
hurt? Yeah.
Yeah, but
Wasn't
you're
his
hurting
livelihood
the
hung
family.
down on his
like,
children.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're hurting
His
his family
other
too.
family members.
Well, I don't mean him specifically. I just mean in general.
However, on that one and several others that they do that with, that they do that with, I'm pretty sure they have to go through the family to get
Doo-doo.
Permission.
to do so and
And
shit
like
like
Elvis
that.
and stuff like that. Like
Yeah,
his
and-
wife.
Yeah, I mean
had
it.
to
Yeah,
prove.
and like naming your car.
It's
Eleanor,
whoever
you
has
really
the
have to get
rights to that
permission from them.
individual's brand or name.
So,
well,
would-
and that. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, what about you down there, Sweet Pea and Callie and Alyssa? Would you guys do it? The consciousness thing?
Nah.
Probably not.
Are you able to communicate with people in the outside world?
Yeah, you can face like they full on like they'll have conversations. They can go to events in the outside world through like these VR robot things.
See,
it's
that
it's
would
like a
just be
really
hard.
neat concept.
It is, but like at that point, like visiting people that are still alive, it doesn't help the person that is still alive. Like they're not able to grieve that you're no
Right.
longer there physically.
Like in the show, Rami Amel's character, he goes to his own funeral.
I wouldn't
like-
want to.
It's like it's a neat concept, but like I said, since my belief system, I don't think I would do it because I believe that I have a soul and that I'm going to go to heaven, maybe.
Hey guys, spoiler alert.
But
If this
Sorry,
were to
did that
happen to
come
me,
in a little late?
If I were to go to my own funeral, it wouldn't be as like a demon haunting or some shit, not some AI bullshit.
I want guide wires tied to my corpse and to the ceiling fan.
Yeah, that way your son's also a man of God.
If you keep eating the way you do, you're gonna be 900 pounds, and that fan's just gonna rip out of the ceiling.
No, he won't. Will you stop squeaking the goddamn mic?
Just do this.
No, he also has to feed all those territories.
Oh, yours is broken too?
Yeah.
Huh.
They are neurofibromas. Thank you very much.
But if you hold the top part when
Each
you
of
do
them with
spin
their
it,
own
it won't
personality.
You
squeak.
realize why they're bent,
No,
right?
stop. Hold that and spin the bottom. No, stupid. You're not listening. Look.
He was literally. Oh, it's very tight.
You know why they're bending, right?
Okay, you're not. Okay.
Why?
Because these are made to
Literally
you know,
did what you told me to do. No, okay, whatever. Blah, blah, blah.
These are
I'm right,
made
you're wrong.
for the bar to be going the same direction as this. So the weight would be distributed properly, but we have it the opposite way. So it's pulling down on this part right here and it's bending them.
Oh, so basically your mic needs to come over here.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my question for the group.
No, they're. You can move them either direction and
You-
swivel them all the way around.
You can, but they're
It's
meant
because
to be.
we're pulling on them
No,
past
look.
their.
That's what I'm saying. This piece here would
Yeah.
hold it to where it wouldn't bend.
Yeah, it would prevent it from bending forward.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but that's a stupid design idea.
They're cheap mic
We're
stands.
not
She
using
didn't
them
make
as
them.
they are intended.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of cheap mic stands, we'd really like to get good mic stands that didn't squeak in your ears while you're listening to the podcast. We could do that if we got some Patreons, which
Patrons.
we now have a Patreon fucking account.
Patreon.
They're
member.
Patreon
Some
members.
Patreon patrons.
Some patrons of
on
Patreon.
By the way, it's Worcestershire is how you pronounce it.
Worcestershire.
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 Anyways,
The like phonetic breakdown.
can we do our fucking little own sponsor
No.
spot? God damn it.
No.
No, because I
No.
wanted to answer the question.
Okay.
Hurry up! I gotta call my mom.
All right. Anyways, we have merch up. It is limited time merch, 90 days,
Well, from now it's
like 75 or 80 days.
something like that.
It's a couple of days. You only got a couple of days left.
We should
Like
really make a
couple,
date.
2,
Yeah,
3.
hurry up, go buy right now.
Couple,
right
2,
now.
3 months. Okay.
Buy right now.
Go get a shirt. Everything that you do just helps the show. We're not like profiteering off of it. We're not investing it. We should be, but we're not investing it in anything other than your entertainment. We could use some new mic stands. We have some memberships that we have to pay for in order to air the show. So everything you put in there is just to help the show out, keep us going.
And if
So-
you send enough money to Patreon, Van will send you pictures of his butthole.
No, that's the OnlyFans.
Yeah, that's,
Oh, the OnlyFans. My bad, guys.
yeah, that's $10,000 to get a butthole pic.
Is that for shaved or unshaved?
I don't shave my butthole, so it is
Trying
what
to
it
cut me a
is.
deal on that?
Oh, okay.
You know what? You give me $1 million, I'll shave my butthole.
No, you trying to cut me a deal on the pics, bro?
No,
I don't think I'd do it for
full price or nothing.
You a hoe for that?
Yeah.
I did
So
it.
anyway, you got the Patreon, you got the merch out. You could become a member on Facebook. Send us a Facebook message.
I have a really cool TikTok account for us that I've been posting really stupid ass videos on.
Yeah, dfwai now has TikTok. So just join us on some of those. Join in the fun. I do want to say a big ass thank you. I'm going to pull up the deets real quick. We hit fucking some records for the last year.
Aw.
Obviously not when we first started this gig. We were doing fucking phenomenal, and then we took a little hiatus.
Well, he pulls that up.
A
I
hyenas.
have a question for men.
Okay.
Would you suck a dick for $1 million?
Oh my God, please. Thank you.
Listen, I will one up this. Everybody's got a gay for pay price. I don't care. And any man be like, oh, I don't need no. No, fuck you. You've got a gay for pay price. For $1 million cash, tax free, I'm sucking a dick on the 50-yard line during the Super Bowl.
For how much?
For $1 million cash
That's
untaxed.
it at the Super Bowl.
At the Super Bowl.
On camera?
His
What?
normal gay for pay price is $5.
Okay, listen. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna reel it back. It'd have to be like $10 million cash free.
You're so full of shit.
Tax
For
free.
$1 million, I will absolutely suck a dick.
I was gonna say Super Bowl. That's
No, y'all are
10
full of
million
shit.
cash,
Full of shit.
tax
Full of
free.
shit. You're full of shit. Go ahead,
But
Ghost.
what about a
How much for you to
suitcase
suck a
full
dick?
lottery
I ain't
tickets?
sucking a dick.
You're so full of shit.
I ain't sucking a dick.
You'd suck one for free as long as he was cute. So moving on to the next.
And doesn't come.
What are you saying bullshit to, sir?
I don't give a fuck. So I actually had a guy offer to suck my dick for a briefcase
fucking
full of
denied
money. For a briefcase full of money. It was actually a boss at a job. I did turn that shit down. Okay? But there is a price tag that if somebody walks up to you, opens the briefcase, and there's fucking cash in there. Now, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be really fucking shallow. Okay? If this is a 800-pound man with stinky dick and there's cheese growing on that motherfucker, the price goes up.
Fuck no.
The price
So,
goes up.
how much?
It's not a no.
You want $1 billion?
I think we'd have to move it up to that for that price. Like, I
I
need
don't think
therapy.
I
I
wouldn't
need
do
a
it.
new mouth. I need new teeth. I'm going to need to use Drano on my throat and get that
So
repaired.
basically, you're gonna die after you get.
I'll
the
make
$1
sure I
billion.
don't die. But, you know, we got to get enough to get the flavor and the thought and all that shit out of my
The
brain.
thought's always gonna be there. Every time you eat a hot dog, it's there.
I want
Every
to be
time you
able
eat
to slam a
goddamn sausage,
Bugatti into a
it's there.
tree about once a week just to try to get the amnesia to forget that portion of my
Oh,
life.
great. So I'm also going to need $1 billion for my own therapy because this motherfucker hits his head and I become
Now,
the world's worst person.
Now, let me ask you this, Scott. If Ryan Reynolds walked up to you and asked you to suck his dick, Like I said, as long as he's pretty. As long as he's pretty, you get it for free over there. You turning him down?
How much money are we talking?
Do you need money?
It's fucking Ryan Reynolds.
You can say you sucked Ryan Reynolds' dick, bro.
Who's the most attractive male actor to you?
To me,
you sweetheart.
Van, he's a professional.
Possibly, I'd probably go along the lines of like Ryan Reynolds. It's his personality more than his looks. But I also would say Alan Richson, Thad Castle in Blue Mountain State. He also
Alan Rickman?
Richson. He plays Thad Castle in Blue Mountain State. He's also Jack Reacher in the new Amazon Prime TV show. The dude's like,
God damn, we're not sponsored by Amazon Prime. Jesus
Sorry, so
Christ.
would you suck
Amazon
either one
Prime.
of those dicks?
I saw Amazon Prime. Every time you guys
For
subscribe,
free?
I get $10. We don't get money off that. Quit it. Fuck Amazon Prime.
You get to tell all your friends you suck this dude's dick.
Can I sell my story to the media like TMZ?
Sure.
Fuck, sure.
So you'd suck Ryan Reynolds' dick for free?
If I can tell the story to
No,
TMZ.
you'd suck it with the idea that maybe you could make some money off of it, but you'd still suck it.
And then it would just touch your heart
You're
so
gay.
much.
No, I'm just kidding, man. Like, obviously, right? So
Yeah, because I can go to TMZ and be like, hey, I sucked A-list celebrity's dick
They would
for
want proof.
free.
I'd suck it and then
I
be
wanna
like,
tell
all
you
right,
who,
buddy,
but
here's
give me
your
$10 million.
Here's your bill. I'd suck it for free and then give him a bill for my other
And then
services.
whenever he doesn't pay it, you just hit it on
Send
his
him to
credit.
collections, yeah.
That or just blackmail and be like, I'm going to tell
No,
your
you don't
wife.
do blackmail. Blackmail's illegal. Yeah, you don't do that. You just send him a bill.
No, you never do that.
Corporate
You
You
don't.
send him a bill, and every time you send a bill, it says something else about dick sucking, and just one more word is, and then as you know, as it gets closer, it's gonna be like bill for you sucking on, and he'd be like, "Oh fuck, I better pay this dude,"
hold
because the
on.
next one's gonna say my dick.
Hold on. You're sucking his dick. I don't think you're gonna be able to blackmail him for that anyway. So what? He got his dick sucked.
I don't think his wife would still agree with you.
I don't think she'd be mad about it.
I think she would.
I doubt it.
It's Blake Lively. She seems pretty open-minded.
I mean, okay,
She probably called him to suck
so
his dick.
for Ryan Reynolds, I'd probably be somewhere in the ballpark of 50 to 100K. But
That's fair.
here's the reason why Ghost brought this up, because he says there's no dollar amount where he would suck a dude's dick. Zero.
I'm gonna suck somebody's dick.
Okay, listen. It's Ryan Reynolds' dick.
I don't find him.
No. Okay, fine. Who do you think is the most
It's King
attractive?
810's dick.
Oh yeah, I was gonna
Who
wait
would
for you to bring
say
that up.
Is the most attractive male celebrity?
And the whole time he's doing it, he's giving you his poetry slam.
Wait, ain't you into like she dudes and shit like that? I bet you would suck a dick.
I ain't putting them in my mouth.
Yeah,
There's
the
a
fuck
difference
you
between
wouldn't.
fucking one
And
getting-
sucking one.
Once you're in the sack, things, everything. Yeah, okay.
Uh-huh.
No, ain't got no wieners in my mouth. Get out of here, gay boy.
He eats hot dogs sideways.
You're damn right I do.
I bite the center of them and then I double dog it.
That's how they exit his body. So he
An
just wants
attractive
to.
male celebrity.
I mean,
He doesn't want to say any guys are attractive because then he might be gay.
I don't think they're ugly by any means. Like Ryan Reynolds, he's an attractive man,
Yeah.
but it's just not my type.
What if he's shaved up? So, okay, what if he put lipstick on?
Still not my type.
What if he put on a maid's outfit?
Still not my type.
I think he'd be getting
Okay,
What if he
close.
tucked
you like
and then
sleep
pretended
token?
like he had a clitoris?
I just don't believe this for
Do you
a
like?
minute.
Okay.
Nobody
Chris
in the
Motionless. Let's say Chris Motionless, because I know you love that band, comes up to you and says, "Ghost, I will give you $1 billion cash, tax free. No one, there's no evidence of this. No one will ever find out. You put my dick in your mouth for 30 seconds.
Why is it got to be 30? I'll barter with him.
He's like, why can't it be 5
12.
minutes?
12 seconds? No
12.
proof?
Okay, that right there tells me that there is a dollar limit.
There's the
There is an
price.
official dollar limit.
Huh. But see, you bring it on as like, you're going to tell somebody, you're going to find somebody. If I do this, ain't nobody ever going to know.
Well, no. When you come home with $1 billion,
I'm not going to just come home with $1 billion and sit down and be like, look, guys, look what I found. Because then everybody's going to be like, whose dick did you suck for that? I'm just going to slowly start shoving it in the bank account. Be like, here's $100 extra here. Oh, I got paid. Here's an extra $100.
Where are you going to hold
here.
this money in the meantime? In
Don't
your
fucking
mattress?
worry about it. Maybe.
My mattress is lumpy, Van. Don't go near it.
in his ass, the only other place it would fit.
No. See, that's right there. There's a dollar amount. and there's a quiet part. But after a while, you wouldn't be able to contain it anymore. You'd be so.
I would easily be able to continue.
On your deathbed, would you admit it?
There's a reason why he hasn't told us about that one dick that he did suck, and that's because he
Because it
hasn't
never
gotten
happened.
comfortable. Yeah, see?
That's what they would say.
I mean, I guess you never know. I guess.
Have you sucked on a penis before?
No.
Liar.
See, there's no winning to this one
See, we already think you sucked on a dick, so why not just do it?
because I don't want to. I have literally no desire
Scott,
to
stand up and pull your pants down.
Definitely sucking that one
Why's your face red?
because I'm laughing.
He won't suck his dick because the bumps might get stuck in his teeth.
So, real quick,
Like corn.
For the record, there's no bumps on my dick.
unfortunately for
That's
you,
sad because your wife only married you because she thought there was bumps on your dick. They didn't do premarital.
oh yeah, that's not why they had a child before.
His face looked so hurt when you said that. Is
He was
that true?
immaculate conception.
Immaculately, no. So you'd like to bring up something about a band that I introduced you to the other day, Alyssa?
Yeah, this new band, never heard of him before. I was really waiting to like feel the soul of their music.
I like hyped you up for him.
He did, and then he plays King 810.
So wait a second. We can't leave the women out. What would y'all's dollar amount to be to eat a vagina?
Well, I'm bi, so it wouldn't be a dollar amount. It would be I have to get over my own head because I don't like sucking dick because I'm not attracted to a dick or a vagina.
So you're in the same boat as me.
So as long as they're
Attracted to
pretty,
horses.
it's free.
She's attracted to horses.
How
What?
What's your dollar
Horses.
amount?
Oh,
What's your dollar amount?
Margot Robbie. It's Margot Robbie.
I don't think she said it.
Jennifer
I'm not saying she's not
Aniston.
attractive.
The fuck?
Not my type.
Jennifer Aniston.
Not my type.
Oh my god. I'd eat the
Not my
peanuts
type.
out of her shit.
Reba McEntire.
Maybe. No, not my type. Too old.
Damn, you sexist, ageist pig.
Yes, Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson. She is my type. She would be my type, I would say.
How much?
Free, just for the
I
experience.
want royalties.
I want royalties. She's like, damn, bitch, we're getting 10% for the
She
rest
just
of your
wants
life.
Whatever
Yep.
comes off of the OnlyFans.
I want royalties to all her shit. At least 5%.
See, she's thinking long game. So you could have had that with Ryan Reynolds, but you told him no.
I don't want it.
Anyway, yeah. So he played King 810 for me, and it just really sounds like a dark poetry slam.
That's fine.
If that's what you're into, that's fine. I was just expecting this like, and I walked down the street.
Oh my
and
god.
I
no.
saw
I hate you.
They can't.
You start going on this side.
What's this a science thing for, buddy?
Wait, so-
Did you just quit the podcast?
I need to go.
What is this artist's name?
It's King 810.
810.
810.
Why does that sound familiar?
because all of his clothes have it on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. He's not bad.
I didn't say it was bad. It just wasn't
See,
what I
that's
was
not
What do you
expecting.
expect?
Isn't that funny? We start talking like he does, and he gets so offended.
It's not how he talks. You can.
I think we're going to have
You're
to
right,
edit
you're
out
right.
the
Hang
K
on a
word
minute.
there.
I was walking down the street and I saw a puppy dog.
It was really
Oh,
cute.
yeah, you're going to.
Go through all of their songs.
I have two on my playlist.
Wow, two.
Yeah.
Go through the rest of
The
them.
only two where he sings.
Before we end this podcast, and this is completely like whoop, 180. I got someone with the name of our podcast.
Also, 810 rearranged.
I got someone with the name of our podcast. I'd mentioned to Rusty that I was listening to the last one that we had done, and we mentioned Florida Man. And anytime we talk about Florida Man, I throw Rusty's name out there, and I was telling him about it. He's like, "Do you actually talk about me?" Or I was like, "No, I just say your name whenever we talk about Florida Man." He was like, "Okay." And he's like, "What is the name of your podcast?" And I said, "Don't fucking worry about it." And he goes, "Wow." And I was like, no, that's the name. DFWAI.
I was at a client's house a little bit ago. Ghost went with me, and we were talking about something, and I was like, "Yeah, we got a really shitty podcast." And the guy goes, "Oh, what's the name of it?" I went, "No, We can keep signing paperwork there, bud."
After the sale,
I'll
goes
tell you
through.
in 3 days.
But I think that's all we got for you. Please, seriously, hit us up on our socials. If you like what you hear and you want it to continue, become a patron. We'd really appreciate it. And there is exclusive behind-the-scenes tickling content on Patreon.
There is?
There
Yeah.
is.
Well, there's going to be once
gonna
I get
see-
done with Ghost over
You're also
here.
gonna
That's
see
right,
me
there
trying
will
to-
be.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Thank you for being a friend.
Down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the
All my friends, yellow rider.
It's too fast. How could you even tell what's on?
I can tell.
I was walking down the street,
Dude, fuck off.
and I saw a puppy dog, and he was pink and blue and brown, and he loved my dirty socks.
That's what I said. I did wonder why he sounded like the guy from Psycho Stick, but just speaking his words.
I was trying to do it the other day, and it sounded like the dude from fucking Metalocalypse.